Hey guys, if you ask me to name one thing that is A, super simple and effortless, and B, actually working and helping me to achieve my goals, without any doubt, I'm gonna say my weekly planning sessions. And the greatest thing about them is that yes, it is really fast, and I think anybody can do it, and they actually allow me to achieve a lot. And I think this is one of the examples of the Pareto principle, where 20% of efforts allow you to achieve 80% of result. Definitely works every single time. Plus the process itself, I enjoy it a lot. So if you're looking for some inspiration for weekly planning, then without further ado, let's go. And before we begin, let's talk about the tools that we're gonna need. And as I said, it is effortless. That means that we only need like a couple of things. For me, those are, of course, my planner. This is my B6 sterlingink planner that I'm using in 2025, and so far I'm enjoying it so much. Then here is my pocket notebook. I use pocket notebook as a system to, well, track my tasks and to-do lists. So in my pocket notebook, I have this. This is my inbox of all the things that I think I need to do or I feel like I should do at some point of time. So this is like my task management system for my personal affairs. And then of course we're gonna need a pen. I'm still using Muji pens, 0.38, the best pens in the world so far. I really like them. If you're feeling a little bit creative, you want to spice things up, then we're gonna use some stickers. But of course this is something that we don't necessarily need. So now let's start planning. So what we're gonna start with is obviously opening a blank page with the following week. This is how it looks like in my planner. It is vertical, but of course the layouts of the planners are different. They're horizontals, they're, well, different ones at all completely. But the greatest thing about my principle is that it's gonna work pretty much anywhere. So I'm using the updated version. That's why the first step is gonna take a little bit longer. But anyways, the first step is a setup of your page. And this is exactly what we're gonna do now. Okay, now that I have at least something on the page, let's talk about the setup. What setup includes? The setup includes A, creating a priority for the week, B, locking the times, and C, making sure that all of the major events that you have planned for this week are included into your weekly spread. So the way I do it is, first I usually start with, well, locking and blocking the time. There are some things that are reoccurring every single week for me that are super important I need to keep in mind. And those are my classes of foreign languages and also my sports and some other activities. So I just want to lay out the page, making sure that I always remember about them. And so this is what we're going to start with. So when I'm doing this is the only time where I'm using actually the time slots here, because I need to make sure that I remember when things are happening. So this is it. I have my times locked, my big events or whatever events I have are planned. Next thing is going to be creating a priority for this week. So priority includes some of the tasks that I feel I should really do this week. And well, let's put it over here. I usually try to keep up at least 3 priorities, but actually not that many because, well, the more priorities you create, the bigger the chance that you're just gonna end up wasting your time not knowing exactly what you need to do. So this is something that we're focusing on. The last thing when it comes to setup that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quickly jump to my monthly spread and make sure that I haven't missed anything. Because usually I put the big events that I have over here in my monthly spreads, and I make sure that I don't forget about the priorities that I had for the months over here. Whether or not they're done, if not, well, I'm gonna make sure to put them somewhere over here. But in my case, everything looks pretty good, so that's why we can move on to the next part. Next thing we're gonna do is add a little bit of character to the page, and I like to do it before I put in the tasks because that way I can play around the stickers and make sure that I set a mood for the page. And today we're gonna be using these stickers that I was lucky enough to be given by a friend of mine. So what we're gonna do is just pick some of the things that I really like over here. And yeah, let's just make sure the page looks nice. So yeah, this is it. As you see, nothing fancy. I just want to make sure it is simple but still nice. For example, last week I only used 3 of the stickers. This week it's a little bit more, but still. Let's try to make sure it is super simple yet nice. Next thing we're going to do is add actual tasks that we need to do this week. But before I do that, I usually try to, leave a little bit of space for some daily priorities. And yes, I have a sticker over here, but it doesn't matter. So even though I have priority for the week, I also like to have priority for the day as well. Like, the top 2 tasks that I need to do, usually some of them can be related to work, but also quite often I just put some personal things over here. And then when it comes to planning itself, as I said, usually I like to dedicate the top part of the page to my work-related tasks and then the bottom to my personal tasks. There is plenty of space to fit that in. And I started off by actually, dividing work and personal tasks, but I ended up thinking that this is too much effort. I need to write it down every single way. I don't want to spend time doing this. So now I'm also dividing the page somewhere in the middle. So even though I have created the same layout for Saturday and Sunday, I'm not going to have any work-related tasks, so we can forget about that. So when it comes to actual planning, how it is done, I have task management system, which is, as I mentioned, my pocket notebook where I have a running to-do list, an inbox of all the things that I think I need to do and feel that I need to do. And also in 2025, I'm using the 12-week plan. And I have my quarterly goals, my goals for the upcoming 12th week. I have actually started last week to implement them. So for quarter 1, I have Spanish A1 and a health course that I'm taking. And also I'm planning to post 10 YouTube videos. So all of that, I need to remember and make sure that it is included in every single week. I have Spanish classes twice a week, and I also make sure to add tasks where I need to do some of the additional work when it comes to Spanish. And here is what we're gonna do. We're basically gonna take the running list and make sure we add some of the tasks, including the tasks that I need to do in this week. Also, if you remember, back in the day, I have made a video about how I plan cleaning my house. And this is the time where I'm also making sure that I put my reoccurring tasks when it comes to cleaning over here in my planner. So the same thing I'm planning to do when it comes to my work, but I'm just not going to show you this right now because I have my task management system when it comes to work in my laptop, and this is a bit of a separate process. And usually I have already split it from day to day. So I'm leaving a lot of space for this over here on the second part of the page. But obviously, as the week goes by, more tasks will be added and I'm gonna feel like there are a lot more things that I need to do, and I'm gonna continue using. And for every task that I manage, I make sure that I make the square or a circle, like in this case, black, and then I can see that, okay, it is done. And when I revert back to the previous week, which is the last part of our planning session, I just quickly look at all of the things that I have not made like during last week, making sure whether or not I have completed them during the course of the week or I need to take it to the upcoming week. And I have done a really good job, so I don't need to do this. And the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna quickly go back to our habit tracker, because it's been a while that I haven't crossed out all of the things. And well, I'm gonna make sure that I am keeping up with my habits for this year. And yes, they're looking pretty good. And you know why planning your week is so great is because on Monday, tomorrow in my case, I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna know exactly what I need to do, and my brain doesn't have to spend its willpower or any energy on making sure that I don't forget about anything. So I think weekly planning is a powerful tool. And again, please remember to use pocket notebook or any other way to. And please don't remember to use your pocket notebook or maybe your phone or anything to create those task management systems, because that way you're just going to make sure that nothing is kept in your mind. Everything you need to do is always there on paper or in your, I don't know, calendar or any other task management app that you use on your phone. And you're gonna be great. So guys, this is it for today's video. I hope that helps. And I hope to see some of your comments in the comment section below. And as usual, I'm wishing you to have the most awesome and amazing and precious day and a week. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.